Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bridgestone Indy Japan 300. We've got one to go until we go green, so excited for this race. Vort, you want to say anything about where this is at and what country we're racing in?
Thank you, Daniel. So today is a really special race. We are here at Twin Ring Motegi in Japan. This is a very, very prestigious track here in the in the Eastern Hemisphere. So just some facts about it. This is a 1.5 mile long egg-shaped oval, really similar to Gateway over in St. Louis, Missouri. INDYCAR, we have been racing here since I think 2001. So today is going to be a really great race here for there in the INDYCAR series. What makes this track, though, challenging for these drivers is the unique way turn 3 and 4 is set up, in the sense that you can, when you're going through turn 1 and 2, you can full throttle it like you would at Indy. But when you go into 3 and 4, you have to brake tap because of how it's egg-shaped. So it's definitely will pose a really unique challenge here to these drivers.
And here we go. We're coming off of turn 4 here. Everyone's going to get double file. Coming to the restart zone.
When will it
and
be
we're... Are we going? We're gassing
Green
up for
flag.
the green at Motegi into turn 1.
Green flag
Side by
out here
side.
at Motegi.
3 wide for the lead here, crashing in the back. 17 car looking down to the inside.
Oh,
Anthony now takes back P1. He's still side by side, contested for the lead. Going into turn 3, pushed up to the wall. He's in the wall. Drops back a few spots.
Leroy
and the leader into the wall. Everyone's crashing here.
Really chaotic start here, but it should mellow out here in the next few laps. Remember, Motegi is a very, very skillful track, but we were going 3 wide already. Anthony's leading, but Leroy, in his debut D1 race for Rahal Racing, is attempting to charge in that 17 ethanol machine.
And Leroy is going to stick it into 3 and 4, trying to slide
and there's contact in the back. Luca goes in the grass.
All the way in the grass. Anthony's still keeping the lead here, trying to break away to draft.
No yellow, but we are keeping it going. Luca, looks like Leroy's going wide.
Yeah, he's definitely losing all the way back to P5, it looks like here.
Oh, and there's some contact right there, but they managed to keep it going, so no yellow yet. We are on lap 3. It looks like I spoke too soon.
Oh, and they're in the wall.
Contact in the back.
Have the caution. Yeah.
Yep, yellow is out. Here at Twin Ring Motegi, that is between Penguin and Juan. They're in the back. And Leroy got involved there. Definitely not the start he needs, but we will be going green. I'm going to go get some word from DJ.
So we've got Anthony here leading the pack of 7. And we're going to wait for it to turn green. But it's interesting. Already the first few laps have been a lot more chaotic than last race at Kansas, I believe. Kansas, we saw a lot of single file. Here it looks like we're getting tons of drafts. And we've got a single file restart this time by. So we're rolling into turn 3, about to get it into turn 4. And then the long straightaways here provide for tons of drafting opportunity. And I think that's how these drivers get that slingshot run to make the pass for the lead.
Just a little recap, too, by the way. Penguin is in this race. He is running P6, and he was involved in that crash. But he won this race last year.
And look at this gap. Anthony, for the lead, has pulled away from everyone at least a solid 7 car lengths. He gunned it on the restart, and it's paying off for him. Sorry for the interruption, but holy cow, that was a great restart.
See right here, Luca looking to make a move on Hizzy. He's going to block that run right there. as they go past the Hard Rock billboard. Coming out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. So now the field is starting to kind of fan out a little bit. So we're going to see a little bit of some single file racing like we would see at Indy. Just a little fact, Motegi has been historically really difficult to pass at. So we might see some difficult passes here. But right now, a little bit of contact right there. They keep it going. No yellow. Look at this right here, Leroy. Leroy has fallen all the way back to second to last, not the position he wants to be in. But right now, I think he is a very talented young driver, so I could definitely see him getting a top 3 finish here.
And we're getting another battle for the lead here. Anthony defending, looking down to the bottom. He's going to hold the inside lane going into turn 1.
Right there, yeah, you see Nico is attempting to charge on Anthony right now in that 24 Wellman Corvair car.
Yeah, Nico, it looks like, is going to be nose-to-nose with Anthony going into turn 3. Going to try to hold it. No grip on the outside, though. He slides back.
Slides back, but that's okay. Nico is a very, very resourceful driver. So right now he is just stalking and he's waiting for Anthony to, I don't know, maybe not take the line the correct way, and he's going to go in and for the pass. Nico is definitely one to keep your eyes on here. Right now, I believe in another lead change.
Yep, Nico fully cleared Anthony, but Anthony with the switchback, looking down bottom. I think he's going to make it work here. Inside lane is extremely dominant, but Nico is holding it on the outside in turn 1. Can he stay to the outside on turn 2? No, he cannot. And we've got a crash in the back, but no caution. 1 out of 3 for the number 4 car.
That is Luca, I believe, that number 4 Pennzoil machine. So Ice has made his way all the way back to 3rd place. That is awesome right there.
Where did Ice start from?
He started, I think, way in the back. I think he started second to last, and now he is making his way up to P3.
So Ice here has proved that overtaking, while it might be challenging, it is very possible to make your way through the field here. We saw at last race, Kansas, I believe. It would take tons and tons of laps to try to make your way to the front here. Looks like passing here is a lot more, I would not say too easy, but you can make the passes work a lot faster.
That is correct. Compared to Kansas, I would say it is definitely a lot easier to pass at this track. It can be a little challenging, but it is definitely not impossible.
And now Nico here on the outside into turn 3. Going to try to get the switchback, and he is going to make it work. He's got the tires to the inside of Anthony. Makes slight contact, but now he's to the inside. So you can see here, a big part of this race is going to be switchbacks here. Whoever's on the outside is going to slot back in and then go to the inside and try to clear off the corner. So this is going to be a very interesting race here, as we've got Ice and P3 now looking to join the battle up front.
See, they go past the Hard Rock sign and into turn 3 right here.
Anthony,
Ice is looking to charge.
Ice hits the wall. Anthony got a little bit under the apron in turn 3 here. Lost him a tab at a time. But it's all good. He's got the inside going into turn 1 here. Ice now breathing down the neck of Nico. He's going to the inside. He's going to try to clear off the corner, driving him all the way up the track. Wow. Barely clear. He put all his hopes, all his dreams into that he would be clear, and it worked out. Oh, and we've got the 17 car slamming Nico up the track, I believe. Leroy got major contact with the 24 car. And 4-way battle here for the lead. Leroy trying to build a run up on the top side, but we're looking at the front three. Anthony, Ice, and one more. I think that's Nico. Going into turn three, they are going to
they're
try
gonna
to stick
send
it
it.
3 wide.
Ice goes for the lead.
Anthony backs out of it, loses 3 spots. Now back to P4.
Ice has kind of been suffering from Marco Andretti syndrome. He's been so consistent in the top 3 all race, but he can just never get that win. So it would be amazing to see Ice get his first career win here at Twin Ring Motegi.
And here we go. Major contact for P2, and the yellow car slams up the 17. Who is that?
Ice is not happy with him right there, and he's going to let him know with the hand out the cockpit.
Ooh. Luca, wasn't he the guy taking out everyone at the Miami race? I believe
think so.
Yeah, well, he's made his way to the top 3 now through all of his questionable moves here. He says, W move, not going to lie. So he doesn't seem too sorry for his fellow racers after that one. I'm not sure if that's not going to go down well with the other drivers here. But now we're looking at turn 1 here. Anthony defending the bottom against Nico. And yep, everyone is seeming to stay together here at this front pack. I don't see too much gapping like we saw at Kansas. There's one car in the far back, but it seems like, Luca, major contact with Ice. Ice up into the field. What is going on? Luca needs to get parked.
Luca
Holy cow.
Said it before, he is not interested in making friends here in this series. So, yes.
Well, he's not helping himself either because he just dropped back to last place. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that is, okay, Luca is now, that move is under review right now from DJ.
Yeah, no, he definitely needs to get, like, a penalty or parked for that one. That is not acceptable here. He was just, like, slamming Ice down to the inside lane, and then Ice had nowhere to go except slide up into the competitors, so that is crazy. Incident will be reviewed after the race, really.
That could have some dire consequences for Luca. He could potentially get a race suspension for that. Oh, look at this right here.
Anthony
has to back out of it.
Everyone. And he's into the wall now, 3 wide. I was saying that was a questionable move by Anthony, and it's costing him spots.
That was kind of a bad move by Nico, too. You saw Nico close on him right there. So.
No, Anthony, I would say he left space for 1 car to the inside of him when there were 2. So, major contact there, but that's what you get when you got tight racing here. And Ice putting the 17 into the wall of Leroy.
Well, we know here that, like I said earlier, turn 3 and 4 are no joke. Those are the most difficult turns to make it through. So it just has to be perfectly timed and executed.
And Anthony looking to the bottom. He had a tiny bit of room, but the 24 car of Nico left him it. And now Anthony's going to try to slide for the lead. However, Nico's going to look for the run off of exit, and he's going to get it. But he taps the rear end of Anthony, delivers the momentum to him. So that's not going to help him out too much as he tries to set up an outside pass, trying to get the crossover. Anthony blocks it, though. Still looking bottom, and he gets there. Great crossover done by Nico.
Side by side here on the back straightaway. Diving down into turn 3. Oh, Anthony sends it.
Yeah, that was a tight one. Almost got clear. Not quite, but he made it work. Drops back to P2. So now the question here is, how are the drivers going to be able to defend? Because if you defend bottom, they're going to cross over on the outside. If you go on the outside, they're just going to slide job you. So what is in the playbook for these drivers' hands on how to defend against an overtake?
Defending against overtaking here is, like I said, very difficult. But it is indeed possible as Luca sends to the lead right there.
And the 24 car right there, Nico, he tried defending there, But once you defend another car, it's going to slow you both down, and the third place guy is going to pass both of y'all. So an attempted defensive maneuver there, lost him a few places, but now getting back around that 52 car. No, that's the 4 car.
Anthony goes to the inside looking to make a move. Oh, it's going to be tight.
Whoa!
He
Very
makes
little
it
contact there. Everyone's
through goes Luca. That's an amazing move by Luca right there.
So now they're not going to treat Luca too well into turn 1. I could tell that.
Yeah.
Yep. And Luca driving back down into the field here.
I think Ice is still pretty pissed off at Luca for that little incident earlier. So
It's a big incident. He should be
big
mad.
incident. So he is not going to make it easy for Luca to get by. Ices can be a very, very aggressive driver when he wants to be, and right now he is not. He is not playing any games.
Yeah, and Luca just lost there. 15 car lengths, got into the rear end of Anthony. Slowed down massively to not cause an incident as he forces a guy into the grass. That's Leroy. Holy cow, this guy is an absolute menace on the racetrack.
We've seen how Leroy can be. Leroy won the race yesterday at Motegi, and we thought he was deserving enough to drive in D1, but right now, I don't know how it's not looking too good. But he's had his moments, definitely. Right now, Nico taking that lead back. This is a pretty good race right now so far.
Yeah, great race. I just want to see somehow throughout these 124 laps for drivers to figure out how to defend against someone else passing.
Did you see that right there? Anthony closes the door on... Nico closes the door on Anthony.
And now Anthony looking back to the bottom. He's got to defend against Ice, but Ice is going to go 3 wide, going to get the crossover, perhaps taking the lead on the backstretch. Let's see what happens. Nope, he gets on the apron. Slight contact with Nico and up into the wall, going to lose quite a few car lengths.
Okay. For some reason, is someone off the track? I don't know where Juan went. Oh wait, no, he's still on the track. He's not appearing on my spectate system. Wonder what's up with that.
Oh, same as well for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't know if
car.
That's weird. Why is he not? He's not being scored right now. I don't think either. So I don't know what's up with that. I will bring that up to DJ. But he is. Oh, big one. That'll be a yellow.
What happened there? Holy cow! That was
Anthony got turned.
He got here. I'm looking back at the replay here. Let's see what happened. That was a major spin. He probably went around 5 or 6 times. Still making contact on the front stretch. Did he hit something there, or what happened? No, I think the track's broken. He was just driving on the front stretch, and then all of a sudden, all the cars came around and spun out. What happened there?
I don't think that's a track issue, so...
No, I'm definitely looking back at the replay. They hit something on the track. If you look at the live stream, you're going to see what happened.
Not sure.
Yeah, they didn't make contact at all before they both spun out.
Well, I don't know, but that definitely was not good for Anthony, but...
Anthony's going to make his way back, though. We're at 31 laps out of 124. So
Ice
he's got plenty of time.
Using the bathroom right now, so we're going green next time.
Here, real quick, I got a question. Do these cars have noises in the script?
They should. Why? Is there no sound?
No, on the live stream, it's not popping up here.
I am not sure why that is, but there are sounds. Maybe it's a glitch or something. But there is sounds with the cars.
All right, I'll try to fix it.
I hear it on my end. So yeah, right now, we're having some sound issues, but it isn't that big of a deal. I mean, cars are still working fine, so I don't really know what's going on. But we are going green this time here at Motegi.
Here, real quick, Fort, can you commentate the next few laps here? I'll try to get it figured out.
Yeah. So right now we are going.
I don't think they're going green here. That was
I think we
little bit
waved it
messy.
off. I think we waved it off because that was a bit messy. So the number 3 is our first DNF of today. So, okay. Apparently there is an issue with the sound in the game right now with the cars. So I don't know what's going on. I can't hear them right now either. I was able to, but it's not a big deal. We'll just continue as normal.
Yeah, the same thing, or I didn't have the audio on at Miami. We had a few issues with broadcasting the race here. So it's fine. We'll go without car noises here. But main thing is how you hear the commentary here. And yeah, we're still going here. We've got 1 to go until we're going green here. Looks like off of turn 4. Ice now with the lead.
And it's green right now.
We're gassing up for the green, heading to the restart zone. 1 in the
Anthony
wall,
was
farther back.
Sleeping right there. Anthony was sleeping a little bit right there, but we're green here at Motegi.
And now we've got the yellow car, Luca, looking down to the lead. We know how much of a menace he is, and we'll see if he's able to hold it clean as a pass for the lead.
You see right now, look at this. Ice is charging on Luca, but Luca is not going to make it difficult.
Trying to make it 3 wide. Is it going to land? No, he backs out of it.
Ice is not happy with Luca. They are not friends in this race right now, and Ice desperately wants that first career win he so deserves here in this series.
Minor contact with Luca. Ice, though, going to get the crossover from Luca and falling back into P3. They're now drafting for the lead. Looks inside, looks outside. I think he's going to try outside with this one. So what I noticed here about the outside lane, nobody wants to stick it all the way through turns 1 and 2. They're always looking for that crossover and the run on the straightaway after it.
Looks like right there. Oh, Luca! In the ice! He had his... Oh, Lord. You saw... I don't know if you saw, but Ice had his middle finger out the cockpit right there. He was not happy at all.
Holy cow.
That will definitely be warranted a review right there.
Yeah, I'm looking back at the replay here. Yeah, bad block by Ice is what I'm seeing here on the replay of the live stream. It's just, man, he turned down when Ice was already to the inside, and that cost Ice. So now Ice has 2 reasons against Luca to not race him good.
Look right here. Look at them charging. Oh, okay. There's got some contact right there. This is starting to become a pack race right here.
Yes. It is. It's crazy.
We're seeing some old style IRL pack racing. So look at this right here. Ice is falling all the way to the back. Hizzy looks like he's making a charge up front.
Oh, into the wall though. Oh, in the wall. Holy cow. Riding along board, Luca. He made tons of contact.
Saved it.
He saved it, but he's lost tons of car positions, and he probably got into a few other guys.
He is in the draft, but that will not be a yellow. He was able to hang on to that somehow. So no yellow. We're keeping it going. We are coming up on lap 40 of 124.
And it's awesome to watch from Luca's perspective back here on his onboard. You can see how strong the draft is. He's gaining lap by lap, and now already within 10 car lengths of the leaders here.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there between Hizzy and Anthony.
And now Luca got the draft of Hizzy. And he's definitely caught back to the pack here. So he's going to be back to the front, top three in no time here, making his charge up through the field.
Just a bit of a recap. Hizzy won last year's race at Motegi. He is very experienced with this track. So I would almost bet he could probably do it again.
And we've got Luca into the wall, hard contact. Not sure if he could recover from that one.
He's still going, but definitely not good for him. Lag, he just says. So I think he's suffering some lag. I really do admire, though. You gotta like just a little bit of a side note, the Sam Hornish Jr. number 4 throwback scheme. That's pretty cool right there. The Panther on the side. But right now, Luca he's still in the draft. He is attempting to catch on to Leroy.
And we've got almost 4 wide for the lead here. Nope. We're going to say 3 wide into turn 3. Still crazy racing here. Side by side for the lead. Up into the wall is Ice.
Ice
now
keeps it
going.
going.
On board with Ice here. He's going to push the 10 a little bit. And let's watch on here how he's going to try to make his way into the top 3. Getting the draft. Now 1 car length behind Anthony. Now he's looking topside. Okay, see you around, man.
I'm going to hop back to driver VC real quick, but I will be right back.
All right. And now Ice here is just staying back in P4 a little bit. I'm not sure how aggressively he wants to make it into the top 3. He's got tons of laps on the race, and he knows that. So he's going to take his time here. And now looking on the slipstream here of the yellow car. Shoot, is that Luca? No, it's another guy. That's the 10 car, and we've got a stack up in turn 3. Try to look to the inside of it, but does not work out for him. Anyways, let's look back up at the front of the pack. Anthony now defending side by side for the lead. And back there, the 10 car of Hizzy up into P2. This is an absolute pack race here. Hizzy now looking to the top side. And we've got a crash. Who was that back there? I think that was Leroy in his first
Leroy
ever
was
D1
in the
start.
wall back there, but no yellow.
Yeah, he went up into another car. I think he got up into Luca, out of all people. So at least it was Luca. But and Luca's now shoving the 24 underneath the apron here.
One thing, look at that. He's going to snake all the way down the back straightaway and attempt to break that draft. And look at him, kind of pulls away. But Anthony is charging on that bottom lane and just retakes the lead. It's about to retake the lead.
Yep, and he's to the bottom. So as long as he could defend against a crossover or maybe an Ice looking right behind him, he's got the lead here. So pulls it off and not going to be overtaken in turns 1 and 2. So now let's see if he could figure out a defensive maneuver to where he could keep the lead. And we had Ice trying to hold it on the outside of turn 3. He could not make it work. Now going to fall back to P3, maybe even P4.
One thing I want to also call attention to right now, join us in next week. We will be going to Texas Motor Speedway for the Bombardier Learjet 500.
That's going to be a fun one there.
Oh, Texas, if you want to know my opinion, is probably the best race of the season. Last year it was phenomenal. So I'm definitely excited to see Texas. And then the week after that is the 91st running of the Indianapolis 500.
Wow.
So we have a lot planned for the Indy 500. Bumper lock.
It looks like we had a little bit of contact back there. We've got
there's
two
a bump.
people stuck. Yep, it
Bumper
looks
lock.
like it's Luca and another car.
So yes, that was a bumper lock. That was a yellow. So yes, yellow is out. We are on lap 49.
And we'll be right back here with C Broadcasting Group. Going to go on a little bit of a 1-minute intermission here. Hello, everyone. We're back to the race here. Green next time, not this time around. Looks like we've got a few people who still need to catch up to the main pack. So now, who is your favorite to win the race here? We're almost halfway through. So, Vort, tell me a little bit about your pick.
I would say Ice is probably my pick to win this. He is just, like I said, has been suffering from Marco Andretti syndrome. Just been so close to winning, and then just never has quite gotten there. So I would definitely like to see Ice win this race.
So for me, what I would say is Anthony is my pick. He's been the most consistent here. He's been top 3 almost every lap except when he gets wrecked. So Anthony is definitely my choice here. I think he's the guy to beat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what kind of race we're going to get here. So we're still pacing around here. And now, as far as penalties throughout the field, what are we looking at here?
I think Luca right now has a 1 out of 3 right now. So he might next penalty will be a 2 to the back. So, and also let's not forget he is also under that one move he pulled early on is still under review. So he could be in for some. There could be some dire consequences for that move. Most definitely. But right now, coming into turn 4.
And we're going to watch the restart from the rear view camera of Anthony here to see how much of a gap he's able to pull here. And we're gassing up for the green. We've got side-by-side to the outside. It looks like it's going to be Hizzy. Hizzy now going to try to hold it, or he's going to try to get the crossover. We've got the 17, though, of Leroy not letting that happen. Now he's going to draft off of Anthony going into turn 3. He looks outside. Yep, and he's going to try to get the crossover once again. But now he's holding the outside. No opportunity for crossover, and he could not make that stick here. We've got one car slow all the way back there. Do you know who that is?
That is Ice. He was sleeping on the start.
It's got to be more than that because he has absolutely lost the field here. We'll ride along board. Yeah, they're like almost a whole straightaway in front of him. So what happened there must have been absolutely.
It happened right at the start, so I think he was just sleeping when it happened. So I'm not sure really what happened. But definitely not what he wants to have happen to him.
Anyways, Anthony, my pick once again, leading the race here. Very consistent here, as long as he could hold it within the final laps. And yep, this is the biggest gap I think we've seen so far in this race. Not quite big, actually. Only about 5 car lengths, but now
Oh,
we've got the
yellow is
24
out.
car. Yellow is out. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got Leroy losing the field here. Oh, he hit something. There's also a yellow car back there. I believe that might be Luca. Okay, Luca in another incident with Leroy. I wonder who is at fault today. He just on the comms said what, so perhaps he's getting blame or a penalty here.
I am not exactly sure what happened there, but it is definitely not what he wants to see. Not at all. Right now, I'm going to bounce back to the VC, but I will be right back.
All right. Hearing what race control is saying. All right. So it looks like it's going to be green next time, and Anthony seems to be in the lead on every restart. So
Right.
every restart, which goes... Oh, what's up?
So Gene wants to say what happened. So you guys couldn't see it, but Leroy Dankins and Luca made contact in the back, and then Leroy smacked into the inside wall, and the caution came out because of that.
All right. Thanks for telling us here. And so we're preparing for the restart here. I'm not sure if it's green this time. No, it does not look like it's like that. Green next time. So as I was saying, Anthony, through every restart, learns what to do differently. It's not just about reactions, but is he going to defend the bottom? Is he going to go top? Is he going to try to break away to draft? Every restart leading, he learns what to do when it comes to that final restart and how he's going to defend when it all matters here on the line.
Right. That is right. Now, just a quick note. Unfortunately, I might have to leave a little bit early, but it won't be till like lap 110 or 105.
All right.
But I will try to stay as long as I possibly can.
Got you.
I'm going to go let them in commentary. And
All right, now, so Anthony here with the lead. Let's see it. What is his strategy going to be here? It's not just reaction times, as I said. It's about defending. And yeah, he's leading a lot of these laps here, so he's got a whole another half a race to learn how to defend. So let's see if any driver could figure out how to do that. And now here we go. We're gassing up for the green here. Anthony slow though. What happens?
oh no, wave off, I think.
Wave off. Uh-oh.
I think that was a wave off. I mean, I haven't said anything, so that's not something I guess that happened.
All right, so race control now is being very apparent that you gotta wait for the message to come up for it to be green here. So now we're waiting one more lap here.
Roblox is also not being helpful with that filter. Juan is now back in the race, though, so that is good. He had to go for a second. Apparently, we thought he went AFK. He did not. Casper is now in the booth now, so.
What's up, Casper? Oh, it looks like he's muted right now, so we'll see when he's available to talk here. But now, Anthony, once again, he's been leading all these pace laps here as we've got issues with race control. But now let's see how he's going to be able to try to stick the lead on this restart into turn 1 here. We'll see the rear cam and see if he gets a good launch.
Hello.
Yes, he does. Into turn 1 now. Going to defend the bottom. Gets contact his rear. Slides up a little bit. But he should be good with the lead onto the back straightaway here. And now we've got pushing, a little bit of bump drafting to the outside. Nico is going to stick it around the outside of Anthony and joining in for 3 wide, 4 wide for just a second. We've got the 17 of Leroy looking to the bottom. Absolute pack race here. Tons of people into the wall. And now 3 wide for P2. What more can you ask for? Holy cow. This is crazy.
This is a very crazy race right here. Nearly going 5 wide there for a second.
Yes, we're riding a long board here with Anthony drafting off. He's going to make his way into P3, maybe look down to the inside of the 4 car for P2 as he is doing right now. Around Luca. I'm not sure if he's clear off the exit. He is not. And we've got contact. Luca getting into someone else. 2 people. He came down the track, got into... I'm not sure what his name is, came back up, and it's a Leroy. This is about his 3rd incident this race so far with Leroy, and we're not even halfway through the race. This is crazy.
Exactly. Right now,
2.5. And he's getting a 2.5 out of 3. He is really close to getting parked here. And the review after the race, I'm not sure if he's going to get parked before that, so he might miss out on the rest of this race and next race. So we'll see what happens here.
There could be a potential for a suspension for the Texas race here for him.
I'm not sure if he belongs in D1, to be frankly honest. Is this his first season here?
Anthony goes on the inside.
Yep, Anthony's got the lead. It looks like we got a big mistake from Ice. Ice dropping back to P3, and Nico now looking off at Anthony, makes his way to the bottom. Going to take it into turn 1. Anthony now trying to hold the outside. First time we've seen that happen. And he has managed it. First time in the race we have seen someone hold the outside.
Nice coming back.
But now we're getting a pass back here from Ice. Ice is now to the outside, and we've got a stack up from Nico.
Ooh.
Nico slowed down massively into turn 3. And we got slow cars off of turn 4. Did someone get in the wall back here? I'm going to look back.
I think so. Someone might have just gotten into the wall, but Hizzy is sending it for the lead right now as Ice charges from behind. Are you not entertained? This is excellent.
So with all the crashes here, it seems like the top 4 is pulled away.
Down.
4 wide.
4 wide to the inside. Going to make it stick. Nobody crashes. Absolutely surprised by that. And Anthony just earned his way a 1-way ticket to the inside of now 3 wide into turn 1. So once again, as I was saying, top 4 have pulled away because the back 3, including the rookie driver, Leroy, and the absolute menace on the track, Luca, have fallen back along with one other guy for a lot of incidents.
Ooh.
And holy cow, what was that? Was that? No, that was Luca. Once again, he made contact with Ice.
Said he froze for a second.
Yeah, no, that's not going to go down well with race control. We cannot have this kind of race in here.
He will definitely... Remember, race control has the authority to park someone if their internet is becoming a threat. So, I
feel like Luca's messing around a little bit. He's like, my bad if I hit anyone. He knows that he hit someone. So he might be making excuses. I'm not going to accuse him of that.
Is he to the lead now?
And yep, we've got... Oh, he's under the apron into the grass a little bit. This is wild racing here from Luca. But even after all that, he's got the draft of the front 3. And he's going to try to make his way back up there. Looking to the inside for P3 on Anthony. Anthony's going to get the run off of exit, though. Probably going to clear him. Yes, he does. Now going to defend bottom. However, no amount of defending can keep you safe from Luca, is what we've learned so far here. I bet right now he's thinking that he's Ayrton Senna. If you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. But those kind of gaps, which he makes his way into, eventually cause 1 out of 3s and other guys crashing here. So
look at Luca sends it for the lead right now.
Holy cow! That was the first time we saw someone make the pass, hold it around the outside, going for the lead here. It looks like Anthony and Nico got slowed down, and he made it work. He's into the lead, but not for long now. Anthony looking back down to the inside, going to clear off the exit here. Tons of passing back and forth. We might break a record for most passes for the lead in one race.
Yep.
And now, there we've got Luca into the wall, making his way to the back of the pack now.
We're going right back to where we were.
Yeah, he's hitting everyone. I mean, I feel like what goes around comes around, you know. I think his internet is messing him up as he's messing up other guys, so don't mind him falling back. All right, now
Right here, Izzy charging on Nico, looking to make a pass right there.
So yeah, what have I said about Anthony? I called it back in the earlier part of the race. He was my pick, and yes, he is still being the most dominant here, leading most of the race. I would say, though, his amounts of lap sled aren't a lot because there's constant lead changes here. But he's definitely been in that top three for almost all the race until like he would get crashed by a driver like Luca. All right. Yeah.
You're on lap 70 of 124.
And we had a car into the wall there, the black and yellow car back there. Is that Hizzy right there? Yeah, Hizzy got slowed up a little bit, got bumper locked with the 24 Nico. They fell back a few positions, and now we are seeing the biggest gap we've seen this race. It doesn't look like it's going to matter because Anthony's probably, still supplying them with drafts. But we've got a whole 10 car lengths, it looks like. So now what he's got to do is he's got to snake down the straightaways and try to break away from the drafts. But nope, that's not going to help because already P2 has gained a few car lengths on him. But now, nope, he's back to the lead here. So now we're going to ride along with the rear view camera of him and see what he's going to do. How is he going to try to break away for the lead here? Okay, now onto the rear camera here. And yep, so going into turn 3, he's got it. And yep, they're all gaining on him a lot in turn 3 and turn 4. Now, is he going to swerve down the straightaway? He does a little bit, but not too aggressive. And the 24 hits something on track. Nico falls back. Second time we've seen an issue with the front straightaway here. Hit it, is lost about 20 car lengths now. Seems like a little bit of an issue with the track model, perhaps. But now we're riding along board with Nico. So Nico has a lot of speed here. We've seen him be one of like the at least top 4 drivers throughout this race. Ooh. And we've got more contact on the straightaway. Anthony now has the same issue. Hit something on the front stretch and lost quite a few car lengths there and position for the lead here. So now this might be a factor going into the race. There are some bumps on tracks which drivers are hitting. So let's see if they'll play a major role as Nico gets an absolute send. Sends at P3. 3 wide for P2. And then now it looks like he's got that spot. Still 3 wide.
I am back. So right now, look at that. Nico goes way below the line.
I do not believe that was his fault, though. I saw a lot of contact from Anthony trying to push him under. Anthony, though, realized that was his mistake. Went all the way up the track, almost into the wall. Yep, and we've got Agent in the 10 car into the lead, and we've got major contact for P2. Nico was not happy about it. Absolutely slammed the 98 back. 98 tries to take him out. Ice. What happened there is Ice put Nico hard into the wall, an absolute slam, gets the 1 out of 3 for it, and Nico was not happy about it, gave him another smack, got him sideways, and then the final blow was Ice tried to turn Nico around, did not make that word, and then he apologized as it was his bad. So yeah, we've got tons of contact here throughout the race as we're seeing so far.
Tons of drama here at Motegi.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think it's a good race thus far.
So now Nico here. He's making his way over that incident. looking back for P2 on Anthony. And now the leader here is Agent or Hizzy?
Agent?
The co-commentator said Agent or something.
If you're referring to Agent JF, he is not in this league.
Alright, so it's Hizzy for sure. Oh no, I heard someone call him Agent, but anyways, we're going back to the race. It's all good. Agent 8 here. But we've got still great drivers here for the most part. Yeah. So now 24 Nico on Anthony. So overtaking here hasn't been the issue. It's been defending for most drivers on how to make it work. Last race at Kansas, it was all, how do I make an overtake work? Because defensive maneuvers were way more powerful than overtaking was. It would take a whole 10 laps to set up an overtake. And yep, now we've got a pass for P2, Anthony. Oh, and Nico, yeah, clearing by Anthony. Anthony tried to get the switchback, backed out of it, though. So now I've noticed here, Hizzy has held on to the lead for a few laps here. He's got to try to figure out some sort of way to break away from the drafts, but man, the other guys could be 15 car lengths back and still get that draft. So I feel like for next race, there's got to be something changed with the aero setups here. But we just saw ice into the wall there.
Definitely.
Let's see how many spots he's lost there. Holy cow, he's fallen back a whole probably
And Nico is
car lengths.
close to Hizzy going into the inside.
Yep, and now we've
And
got
Nico lead.
side by side for the lead here. So now the 24 car and Nico looking on that bottom. And Nico has eventually now found his way back to the lead after that contact with Ice here. So Vort, your pick of Ice isn't doing too well here in this last part of the race.
Commentator's curse. It's commentator's curse.
And as we
Glad I
say
didn't
that,
do that
another
pick.
car just got into the inside wall on turn 1 there.
Ooh.
And also we've got Leroy way back there. So those two are out of it unless another caution comes out.
Wait.
But I'm happy with my pick here, Anthony. He's all over the rear bumper of Nico. So what is Nico's road racing experience here? We know that Anthony has quite a bit of experience. So let's talk about the driver stats.
Nico is the first driver in AIS history to win both a D2 and a D1 race in the same weekend. Last season at Nashville, he went back to back that weekend and won both races.
So what do you call him? Like experienced, amateur?
I would
or
say
like a veteran?
he is a veteran. He's a veteran, and he's very experienced in the AIS series. He is one of the most aggressive drivers in the field. He's a really big go-getter. So I could definitely see him potentially winning this.
And we've got another issue, I believe, with Luca. He got into the wall he froze, man. So he keeps on dropping back there. So some part of his misery throughout this race has been his connections with the internet here. But, Ice is absolutely around. Commentator's curse. He hits something on the racetrack there. Has to be. Now he's falling all the way back, and we've got a
yellow.
Got a race back here. Let's ride along Anthony. Anthony's defending 3 wide on the inside.
I
Luca
think it's an issue with the track. We are going to definitely investigate that after this race is over.
And yep, Anthony wins the race back. After him is Luca. Or no, not Luca. My bad. Nico. And they still hit issues with the track. There's some stuff going on.
So the drivers did a vote, and even though there is an invisible thing on track, they want to continue racing because, as quoted, we are real men and we do not want to stop racing.
All right. I love this attitude here from the drivers here.
Unfortunately, I do have to go here in a second. I'm going to be leaving because I have to go out with a few friends, but I will be I will try to be back later on if I don't think C Sports is streaming that, but for the IRP race for the Bubbles Cup Series.
All right. See you, man.
See ya.
See ya.
We've got a great message from Race Control here.
I think Luca retired. Oh no, Luca needs. Oh, he disconnected.
Yep.
Of course he did.
Okay, well, he was going to get 3 out of 3 anyway, so
And
doesn't matter too
Anthony
much.
is
Don't worry.
Yeah,
he's
Anthony into the wall
back
here.
back on track. We're not going green this time.
All right. So yeah,
Okay, I'm going
that's
back to drivers.
what's going on here.
Did we catch ice spin on a replay?
So the spin on the replay, yeah, I'm not sure too much about that, but yeah, so it's gonna be green next time by here. We wish for a great time with his friends, or Huz, as the person in who's making the announcement said. So we'll see what happens here.
Ice just had his front jumping off up a bit.
Anyways, yeah, so here we go. All right, guys, so Anthony now leading the pack back here. Let's see how it goes. Once again, he's leading about every single restart we see here. This is absolute dominance here. Well, not absolute, because we've got tons of passes for the lead here. But great job by Anthony here.
Yep. Going into the final turn.
And here we go now. Looks like we're getting ready for the green restart. We're going to gas up for the green right now. Anthony now with the lead. And we've got a crash in the back. Who was that?
That was that
That was
ice?
Ice. Ice falls back once again. He needs another caution to get back up to the lead. But now we've got a pack of 6 here. Nico looking to the top side. 1 car length back behind Anthony. Here we go now. Nico trying to hold it on the outside. Nico fully holds it. No, he does not. So turn 4 right there, what we're seeing is if a guy tries to hold it on the outside, they lose a tad bit of momentum right when turn 4 ends and the straightaway starts here. But so far, absolute great racing from the Twin Ring Motegi in Japan.
Yep. Indy,
So-
great racing.
So we're hearing if one more person hits the bump, we're gonna get the
We're gonna get
a red flag here for quite a few minutes.
There we go.
And maybe the 10 car there, Hizzy, may have hit a bump there.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened there.
Like that.
We've got issues with the track, though. DJ is definitely aware of that, but we're going to keep on racing like true men, as the guy said. So, yeah, here we go. Anthony now, once again, leading ahead of Nico. So I would say our top 2 here have to be definitely Anthony and Nico. I think that's what it's going to come down to, unless we got tons of chaos within the final laps here. And yeah, now Nico, once again, holding the outside. So Anthony, I've heard, has had not win a race in a long time, even though how consistent he is.
Ooh,
And Nico looking to the bottom.
inside.
Anthony makes contact, but leaves him room. Tries to get the switch back. Does not work, and I think they're going to
Is he
pass
to the
3
lead?
wide. They're losing back spots, and Hizzy to the lead for sure. So an absolute pack race here. Holy cow. 4 wide? We're not doing 4 wide, are we? Are we? Maybe we might have seen a little bit of 4 wide there.
Yeah.
But now a few guys have hit the wall and fallen back. I mean, what do you expect? You know, it's 4 wide. So
Exactly.
next time, somebody's got to back out of it, because now we're down to a 5-car pack.
Yep.
In the front 2 now, pulling away a little bit. So we've still got Nico and Anthony throughout in the
And
top
Leroy
2.
have the lead.
And it seems like they're not having too many issues here with incidents in this. As I say, that commentator's curse. Both Anthony and Nico, the guys who I was saying don't have too many
Yes, he
issues
takes the lead
with
once
crashes, have gotten into the wall and dropped back at least a solid 10 car lengths here.
And here we have Hizzy pulling away from Leroy and the rest of the pack. But
It's not going to last, though, for too long.
Very effective.
Yeah, it's not going to be very effective.
Oh.
The aero package, into the wall. Holy cow, hard impact here with Hizzy. What happened? Hizzy and the 17 car of Leroy. Both of them
Nico, the lead.
have major
and goes for
incident.
the inside.
Yep, Anthony's going to the inside for the lead again. And yep, the server is being restarted, so we're going to have a red flag here. We're going to go on to intermission, so see y'all back once we get this figured out with track issues. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so what we're going to
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry for the little bit of a break there, intermission, but we should have the track issues partially solved here. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out here, but we've got about 30 laps left in the race, so the last quarter, I would say. So let's see how it turns out here, and whether or not the racing will be more clean here. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
Indeed.
That's facts, Indy. I agree with you. All right. Yeah, so 14 car, Anthony. What's he going to do different? Once again, we've seen this over and over again. Anthony defending against Luca for the restart. Who knows? This might be the final one. You never know. We've got 30 laps left in the race. Might possibly be so. But keep in mind, we still got Luca in the race. So he might cause another caution. So I'm not putting my hopes up. I wouldn't put money that this is the last restart of the race. But we're going to be on the rear view camera here. Green, and he's
green.
Luca to the outside. He made bump drafting a little bit. And now we're going to try to get the crossover. Is Ice going to be to his inside? Or is he going to be able to get back down to the bottom and get the run on the straightaway? He is going to be able to. Not that strong, though. He's going to have to try again unless he gets to the inside. Yeah, he's not making it to the inside. Now, Ice, for the first time in many laps, has made his way back into the top three. what can he show to Pack? What can he show everyone else that he deserves to win a race? Once again here, I have no doubt that he's a talented driver, but he has had struggles, issues throughout this entire thing. And now he's trying to make his way back up to the lead for the first time in tons and tons of laps. Going to the outside. Is he going to get a nose ahead into turn 3? Not quite. He's going to try to get a crossover on all 3 of these guys. And now back to P2 in the middle of 3 wide now. He's got to wait a few more laps to get up to Anthony. So now we'll see if he's got any challenge for Anthony. Right now we've got Anthony as the best driver here. Luca a tad bit behind, the closest competitor. But can Ice be able to be faster than Luca and at the speed of Anthony? Here we go here. Into turn 3.
Ain't that Nico? Nico goes outside for the lead.
Nico holds it all the way. Second time we've seen it. And Ice into another driver back there. Off of the wall. They're stopped. And that's going to be a caution. Ice. Second time he's gone seriously into another person. Into the wall. And commentators curse. What can I say? He finally made his way back up to the front. And he just stopped on the racetrack, man. He got into another guy there.
And
it looks like he got into Izzy. So the race back there, let's see who won it on the way back. Anthony side by side.
That
was
Anthony's.
close. Nico got him by an inch. Nico now is going to have experience with leading a restart here. So now Anthony, he's just to show a testament of how great he's been doing throughout this race. Almost every single caution, he's been at the lead for the restart. First time he isn't, he's in P2, and I'm confident that he's going to make his way back to the lead within the first lap unless someone else hits him. So, green this time, it looks like from race control, we're going to ride along board of Anthony here. So let's see here. Hopefully the commentator's curse for Anthony does not apply. It looks like it's been going crazy for Ice. But Anthony is still doing great.
Pick a winner for me.
Oh yeah, you should go ahead and pick a winner. I would say for you, your best pick has got to be Luca here, because he's leading the restart right now, and he's been the main one challenging Anthony here, I would say. So now let's see. Let's ride along.
2 here. I'm between Luca and Nico.
And we're green here. You're between Luca and Nico. Luca's an interesting choice here. But we'll see what happens, you know? I mean, if he takes out the entire field, that's going to get him an easy win unless he gets parked. So, Anthony, what did I say? He made his way back to lead. Great job by him. Stuck the inside there, I believe.
And Nico
gets it back, though.
Go into the mix as well.
And yeah, it looks like we've got Leroy into the wall. He's going to fall back a few spots.
Anthony into the wall.
He hasn't been in this top 3 for a lot of the race. At the beginning part he was, but now he's making his way back up into here as we've already gone 100 laps in. We're at 101 out of 124 laps here. So now Anthony back into P2. He knows what he's got to do to get back to this lead, and he's got plenty of time as long as he doesn't get crashed by someone who he's making contact with right now, Luca. So now he's got I would say the most to dirty drivers, and he's stuck in the middle of them like a sandwich. Oh! Whoa! Luca absolutely turned in onto Anthony. That's definitely going to seal his coffin for a 3 out of 3. Holy cow. I just said he was in the sandwich with the most dirty drivers, and look what happened. He got turned. That is the last straw, is what we're hearing here. Perhaps speculation. And DJ, hopefully we could get
no caution.
3 out of 3 for the number. No caution. Okay, that's interesting. But to be fair, the guys, one of the 2 guys who lost spots from that is now 3 out of 3. Really happy to see Luca pulled over. Yeah. Drive through. So he's still going to be racing, but hopefully him as a lap down won't make his way back into the lead pack. Yeah, that's So is he parked, or is the drive-through means that he could still go, but he's a lap down? We'll ride along board of Luca here. So he lost. He's on the other side of the racetrack when the leaders are in turn 2. He's all the way in turn 4. And he's not taking the drive-through. Looks like this is... Holy cow. We've got pushback from Luca. So now... Holy cow. Luca might get even more of a ban. We said that there would be potential post-race penalties here, as they said that they would look at it under review. And we're hearing that there's a great battle up here for the lead. Let's see how it's going. Yes, there is. 4-way battle here. 17 car.
Anthony into the lead, possibly in turn 3 and 4 combination.
Yeah, so we've got Leroy in P4 and the leader for the first time in quite a few. Oh, he gets into the wall. Never mind. I was just about to say how Hizzy made his way back into the lead.
Lucas served
for a brief second, but now he got into the wall. So now, once again, in the first time ever, I believe in D1 probably, Leroy is going to make his way to the outside of Anthony. Now, I'm wondering, is this his first race at all? Because I heard that he got promoted to D1. If he could pull off a rookie win, this could be great for him. And we're hearing that Luca is pulling and serving his penalty. And we've got 3 wide for the lead. Can't even turn the camera angles to look back at Luca.
Nope, it's not.
Because we've had this great battle here as we've got 18 laps to go. Yeah, Luca's a lap down here, so Ford and Bubbles IndyCar won in his first start at Toronto. So is Ford within the field? Is Ford Leroy? So Leroy is Ford, is what you're saying, right?
On the inside.
Oh, this isn't the first time. Yeah. All right. We've seen a rookie winning here before. But yeah, Leroy, once again, rookie driver. Is he going to be one of the few people who can win their first ever start? He looks to the top side of 3 wide.
To his lead.
Yep, Anthony to the lead. Side by side with the 24 of Luca.
Nico.
So now we've got 2 wide, 2 rows deep here. And it looks like, unless another caution comes out, which is probably not going to happen, it's in between these 4 drivers. These are your 4 guys to win the race. Never mind, might be down to 3. No, it looks like Leroy keeps along with the pack here. Oh, he's into the wall again. Commentators curse. What can I say? Now we're down to a pack of 3 as Leroy is having insane issues. What a bummer for him. Probably having issues with his car or his internet here. But absolute bummer for him. He's now fall back here. So these are your 3 guys to win this race if the rest of the race goes green. We've got the 24 of of Nico. And then we've got the 14 of Anthony.
On the inside.
And Hizzy takes his way to lead. So Hizzy. And then we've got Anthony. And we've got Luca here. 3-way battle for the lead with 14 to go.
I know, it's Nico. Luca is at the back.
Oh, my bad. Nico. Thank you. Sorry, I get a little bit carried away sometimes. Okay, so Hizzy. Now he's going to defend against Anthony. And Luca to the outside for P2.
But
going to try to make it 3 wide. Into the wall goes Hizzy. He's going to lose P1 and P2 going into turn 1. 3 wide here for the lead.
3 wide.
What an absolutely insane race this has been so far. 13 laps to go. The laps are winding down. These drivers know now is their chance, but the top 3 are all right next to each other as we're almost 3 wide into turn 3. All of them know that they need to be as aggressive as possible when it comes to the final 4 laps. It's all about setting themselves up for it. So now, Anthony, he's gone back his lead. I believe he deserves this lead. He's led the most laps out of anyone here. But now, Hizzy, what a strong drive from him. We haven't seen him in the top 3 for most of the race here. But Hizzy is proving that he has speed somewhat to match Anthony's as he goes to the top side, into the wall. Commentator's curse, part
Indeed.
number 15. All right. So Luca, now, the Anthony, all of them running the inside line in turn 1 here. We've got pushing
Nico.
from Hizzy. Hizzy's trying to push Luca to the outside. Is it going to make it work? No, he's putting him 3 wide. Holy cow. 3 wide into turn 3. Anthony into Luca. Luca up into Hizzy. And Anthony
Nico takes the lead.
Anthony breaks out of that. He did not want to win the race by taking out the 2 other guys and pushing them up the track. So what I believe we saw there was heavy braking, respectively giving back the spots there. So I'm watching the onboard telemetry. Yeah, he was definitely lifting a ton to give the other guys, to give Luca his spot back. Now, Hizzy has fallen off quite a bit here. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to... Oh, yeah, he's whipping the draft.
He's continuing the fight, but Hizzy managed to come back into the fight.
Yep, Hizzy is back here. Where's he going to go? He's going to go top side. We've seen... Oh, he gets contact into Anthony. Anthony into Luca. They save it, though. And now all this racing, all this contact has led to the 3 car.
Juan is in the mix.
Juan is in the mix with 9 to go. We have not seen him in the top 3 all this race. Now he's working around the outside of Anthony to try to make it work. Juan has been a back marker for most of this race, but 8 to go. When it counts, he's driving up through the field. And now commentator's curse, part number 140 something. He's falling back again.
One lap down.
So maybe I should not. I mean, my job as a commentator, as an announcer, is to say what's going on here. But whatever I say unwinds itself. So now 17 gets to 1.5. It looks like we've got issues farther back in the pack, but we're not looking at that here. We're looking at the top 3. Once again, Hizzy, Anthony, and
Nico.
Nico. I was about to say Luca. I've said his name too many times this race. All right.
But
Anthony now.
I can say that Luca has been center of the attention.
I would say Anthony, though. He's led tons of laps here, and he's going to make even more attention here. Bottom of 3 wide, going for the lead here. Tons of crossovers, tons of switchbacks. This race definitely has the record for most amount of overtakes in a single race. Yep. I don't see how that cannot happen. Constant back and forth every single lap. It's like we're racing at Talladega here, but with Indy cars in Japan on a 1.5 mile oval with low banking. Now the 24 of Nico making a 3 wide, Hizzy into the wall. And Ice, he's made a comeback. Hopefully the commentator's curse does not apply, but Ice, through all of his challenges, for all of his internet challenges, has made his way back. And he's in P4, ready to strike on this top 3 here.
Hizzy go for the inside.
Hizzy, now 3 wide, going into turn 3. Will they make it stick?
Almost 4 wide.
Backs out of it, slows down Ice a little bit. Ice, bad line into turn 4.
Lead. And we are now on to the 4 final lap.
4 laps to go. And Anthony back down to the bottom, 3 wide. So now Ice here, we're looking back at him. He's the new factor in this race. He cannot make a single more mistake if he wants to go for the lead. And Hizzy underneath the apron a little bit in turn 2, backs out of it. Anthony now leading the pack into turn 3. Let's see how it works here. Now to the outside goes to 24. Nico. Nico takes the lead. And now Ice makes that mistake I was talking about. He's into the wall on turn 4. He's losing spots. Anthony now notices those back. He's going to the bottom. They're side by side off of turn 2. Ice now has somewhat recovered. He is 3 car lengths back from the front 2, trying to make his way into P2. Backs out a little bit, loses some momentum off a corner exit. We've got 2 laps to go. Anthony defending the bottom against Nico. Nico making contact with Anthony Ice
Nice.
looking to the bottom of Nico. Doesn't make it work. Nico and Anthony,
Levi
the front
in the
two
mix.
we've seen this entire race, are now battling it out with 2 to go. 2 drivers, the most dominant. And 2 to go. Anthony, Nico into the wall. This is detrimental. Ice to the lead. They just took each other out. Holy cow, Anthony, huge mistake. And now we are seeing a battle in between Ice and Leroy. Leroy has never won a race, and Ice
is
barely
in
wins
the
some.
mix.
These 2 guys, desperate, hungry, fighting for a win here. We're going to watch it. Leroy has the lead into turn 3. Ice falls out of it. Leroy has the lead off of turn 4. Contact with Ice going down to the line. Leroy wins his first ever race in D1. This is the Bridgestone Indy Japan 300. What a crazy drive. We thought he was out of it, but at the last second possible, he made his way back up to the front. What we saw there was Anthony went up with Luca, and what a finish we saw here. Leroy, absolutely awesome for him. He is celebrating like crazy in that cockpit right now. What an insane finish here. We're seeing down here in victory lane. That is crazy. What a win for Leroy. That was crazy racing. Holy cow. Leroy has to be stoked right now. Hopefully, we could get Leroy in the VC now to interview him. But now he's taking victory lane photos. That was insane. Wow. So Leroy, as we can see right here, taking victory lane photos here at Japan. He gets his first race win at Japan here in D1. Absolutely stoked for Leroy here. And wow, he won the Twin Ring Motegi Trophy. All right, I'm going to try to get Leroy into the interview VC here.
Daniel, just move a bit in Roblox because Gruber's trying to get a photo.
Got you. All right. Oh, I'm stuck. I can't move.
All right, it doesn't matter too much.
All right. Anyways, if we could get Leroy here into the radio comms to interview him, that would be absolutely phenomenal here. I want to talk to him.
Hold up, Leroy. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I think I can move now. Yeah, I can move. There you go. All right. Yeah, Leroy, get into C Broadcasting Group stage. All right. We've got a few more drivers here. We're first going to start off with Leroy, and then we're going to go for others like Nico, Juan.
He said a minute for Leroy.
10 minutes?
No, he said a minute.
All right. So we're going to wait a minute for Leroy. Okay, Leroy is in here. If we could invite him up to the stage here, that would be great. So Leroy, what you got to do is you got to raise your hands, and we'll accept you to the stage. All right, let's get Leroy up here, John, if we can.
We invited him up. We are.
All right, Leroy. All you got to do is press accept.
Right,
what's up,
here.
Leroy? This is your first career win, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, my first career win.
That was an absolutely insane drive by you for the final lap. That was crazy. What was your thoughts going in to turn 3, knowing that you had a gap on the other competitors? And when did you know that you would win the race?
To be honest, I didn't expect me either. I didn't expect to catch up there because I was having a performance issue all day. I didn't expect to catch back up to them, but they were racing hard, and all of a sudden, like, coming in the final 2 laps, they all wrecked each other going on 3 and 4, and pulled the same move I did to Anthony in the Division 2 race last night. Basically, just diving way at the bottom and then basically kind of try to force Ice way up on the tracks. Basically, that way he's kind of stuck on my outside, doesn't get a draft on me.
Yeah, so that was insane. We saw you had some internet issues throughout your race. do you believe that you were one of the fastest drivers that race? If you didn't, do you believe you could have been in the top 3 the entire thing if you weren't having internet issues?
Probably not, because I mean, of course, I'm racing against the best here in Division One, so I mean, every race is going to be tough. Personally, I felt as though I had a good chance of win because I won the Division Two race last night, so I kind of felt in there a little bit confident to take home a win.
So now, do you believe you have proved yourself in Division 1 as a driver who could compete with other guys and, hold the car and drive it and win races?
Probably.
All right. Anything else you want to say to fans watching back at home?
All I'm going to say is I feel bad for Juan because I didn't mean to wreck him around lap 8 in the first turn. I didn't mean to do that, so I apologize to him for that. I felt as though I took away his chance to win as well. And appreciate y'all's support for giving me a chance to race in y'all's league. So that's all I got to say.
All right. If we could get, we don't have Ice here ready, but we've got Hizzy, I believe. If we could get him onto the stage, that would be great. Hello. How's it going, Hizzy? You got P3 here. What are your thoughts so far? We saw you make a run to the lead within the final 20 laps. Tell us a little bit about it.
The last corner was like one of the most stressful moments of my life by far. Like I actually checked up. I thought of full punching it but I knew I was gonna go up into the 17, so I didn't risk it. But P3's not bad. It'll be a big boost in the championship standings. I'll take it.
So what are your thoughts on all of the contact we saw here today with Luca and other drivers?
Yeah, some people just don't know how to take at turn 3 and 4, which it's actually not. It's not the easiest thing to do. I'll admit. It's one of the harder corners on the season.
Anything else you want to say to the fans at home? Do you think you'll be able to be a front runner at next weekend's race, Texas?
Oh yeah, definitely. In tryouts. I was actually at the front a lot. So Texas, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do, and I hope the pits get fixed because that'll be a lot more immersive.
All right, we'll see you next weekend at Texas. Now, if we could get Juan up here. Hello, Juan. Yeah, we saw your race today. We saw you make a final comeback within the last 10 laps, and you maybe had a few issues. You fell back a little bit. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of connection issues that have been happening throughout this race. Earlier in the race, I had to be absent for like 30 laps before I finally got a chance to come back, and then I ended up having a disconnection again. But thankfully, I was able to come back towards the front in the end. I thought I had a fighting chance to get the win, but the final lap contact just really messed up everything in general. But at least I was able to salvage 4th place. So yeah.
Do you think we could look to you being in the top 3 for most of the race at Texas next weekend?
Oh, for sure. Tryouts, I remember I was doing pretty well. I'd say I was up with the front runners, so I think I will have a fighting chance at Texas next week.
Got you. Yeah, I'm looking back here at the replay. So, yeah, you fell back quite a bit here. But, good luck for next weekend here. So now, if we could get, I think next on the list is going to be Nico. So, Nico, tell us a little bit with your contact with Anthony with 2 to go here. What happened?
It was really just a racing incident, I'll be honest. Anthony checked up. We could have recovered it if I hadn't put him in the wall. It was really unfortunate because really we're in the top 2 battling it out the entire race, and it's just a racing incident. The final lap is just a really bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, what I'm seeing back here is I would say it was more than just a racing incident. I think Anthony came back up the track into your lane. Maybe he thought he was clear and tried to get an overtake here. Maybe he had issues with internet or something, but you had an absolutely stellar drive. You were definitely one of the top runners. Great job, Nico. And now looking to next weekend, do you believe that you could win the race?
I guess time will tell. I don't know.
All right. Great job, Nico, today.
Hey,
Hope
thank
to
you,
see you
Nico.
around. All right.
All right.
And Leroy in the 17 car. Have we gotten him yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have. So anyone else we got to get here or no?
that's it.
All right, guys, I'm going to make my finishing statements here. All right. Thank you all for watching in on this C Broadcasting group race. This Bridgestone Indy Japan 300 has been an absolute show here. Constant back and forth, passing and overtaking. And then with 2 to go, we saw an absolute flip on who could win this race here. So thank you all for staying tuned here in C Broadcasting Group. Hope to see you next weekend at Texas. That's going to be a very big race, which a lot of drivers are excited for. So see you all then. This is Daniel signing off for C Broadcasting Group.
Good night, everyone.
C Broadcasting Group and C Sports reserve their respective rights. Any unofficial use of this telecast without credit to C Broadcasting Group and the respective rights holder is prohibited.